Hi RCTV. I'm here with 3 members from Mission PD, and we're gonna try some spicy wings today at Wing Stadium. I'm here with.
My name is Investigator Art Flores. I'm the Public Information Officer for Mission Police Department and also Internal Affairs. I've been on the force for 23 years.
My name is Jose Miguel Salinas. I'm a patrol officer assigned to the Patrol Bureau, and I've been a police officer for almost 10 years.
I'm Officer Alexander Guerrero. I'm with the Mission Police Department Patrol Bureau as well, and I've been a cop about 8 years.
And today we're gonna be trying some spicy wings. So today, like always, we have 3 wings in front of us, each proceeding in levels of hotness, and we're gonna be trying them while answering a couple questions. So before we start with the first question, would you guys like to start off by eating the first wing? So this first wing is the bulldog wing. It's supposed to be the least spicy out of these 3.
Okay. This is the least spicy.
Already
Yes.
spicy.
I can just imagine how you're gonna be. But
Okay.
it does have a good taste though. I'd say that.
So, our first question is, the holidays can drive people crazy and make them do kind of not traditional things. So what's the craziest or funniest thing that you've seen people do during the season?
So with mine, it was around the holiday season, but it was a time when Yellowstone was coming out. So we got a call from the wife saying, "Hey, I need you to come check on my husband. There's some problems going on. He's outside. He's been drinking." So kind of normal call for the holidays. So when I get there, she ends up giving us a little bit more information. Turns out he got really excited about one of the episodes where they were branding each other. So then he decided he could brand himself, and he didn't go very well for him. He ended up making it really crooked, branding himself twice. So it just ended up being a medical call, but she was really concerned for him. So that was one that stood out for me. That was just in the holidays, he was drinking, and he just decided to try to do something like the show.
I responded to a retail theft call, right, to a Walmart, and there was a man that was stealing steaks, and he was concealing them in his body. He had some pants on and a large shirt. He wants to get away from me, right? So he gets on his bicycle and he starts riding away. And so I see this guy on the bicycle getting away from us, and my partner takes off on the patrol unit, right? Takes off after the bicycle. And the funny thing for me was, as I'm running behind him and I'm seeing this guy on the bicycle, I start seeing packages fly out, right? And so as I'm running on the roadway, I'm starting to see, and I see that it's the steaks that he had concealed, right? That he was stealing. So I just look up again, and my image is just at nighttime, right? I just see packages flying left and right, and they're all over the roadway.
And with that, we can move on to our next wing.
Ready?
So,
This one's supposed to be hotter?
yes.
What is this one called?
This is Buffalo Serrano.
Buffalo
So,
Serrano.
Serrano?
yes.
Okay.
I need any milk.
Alrighty. You can taste it. You can taste the Serrano there.
But they're hot.
Do you guys think that one was a lot spicier than the last one?
It's definitely kicking in now. It's hot.
It's a late bloomer. What I will say about the first one though, it has that like sweet, has like a sweet taste to it, which kind of offsets the spice a little bit, but you can still definitely feel it.
And in your last answer, you mentioned DWIs or DUIs. What is the thing that you arrest people the most, or you get people get in trouble for the most during the holiday season?
So, apart from DWIs, what we also see a lot is thefts, retail thefts for the most part. So you're talking about your Walmart stores, your Target stores. We got Kohl's. We have a shopping center here by Sherry, so that tends to be a spot that we respond to the most during holiday season. Unfortunately, people are stealing, and as we all know, stealing is we shouldn't be doing that, right? So we respond to that quite a bit.
During the holidays, I know a lot of young people, majority of our community as well. The holidays are for fun, right? And we tend to be out on vacation. We tend to have some fun. We all have Christmas parties. We all have places to go and stuff like that. However, when we get behind that wheel, we have to be responsible, right? Especially all the people that are 21 and above, not anybody under the age of 21. And getting behind that wheel is a big choice that an individual has to make, especially if you drink and drive.
One of the worst parts of our job is doing death notifications, right? And the last thing that we want to do is having to show up to your parents' house and letting them know that you're not coming home tonight because either you got in a vehicle with someone that was intoxicated or impaired, and unfortunately died as a result of crash, or you yourself get behind the wheel. So as Officer Flores here was mentioning, take those lifts, those Ubers, rideshare services, taxi, whatever you have to do not to get behind the wheel intoxicated. And not only that, we also have to keep in mind that when we say intoxicated or impaired, we don't just mean alcohol. It can be drugs as well. So I know there's a lot of THC vape pens that are going on, especially in the high school atmosphere. And we have to keep in mind that also impairs us, right? And we can't get behind a wheel. We shouldn't get behind a wheel when you're under the influence of alcohol or drugs in this case.
And on the topic of DWIs, what are the legal repercussions for a minor that was under the influence while driving, who was lucky enough to make it out alive, but will have to face legal consequences?
Sure. There's quite a bit of different ones. There's DWI, which is what you're going to hear, driving while intoxicated, and then you're going to hear DUI, which is driving under the influence. So when it comes to minors under the age of 21, any detectable amount is enough to arrest them.
Yes, so like you mentioned, any detectable amount of alcohol in the system, that applies for minors, right? But let's say you are a minor, right? Let's say you are 19, 18, which is considered a minor because under 21, as per DWI laws, you're considered a minor, right? However, what a lot of people don't know is that you can actually be an 18-year-old and still be charged with DWI. So the higher charge is the DWI, but just because you're not 21 yet does not mean you cannot be charged with it, right? So the repercussions of the DWI is depending on what your alcohol level is. So if you're above a 0.15, you're going to get charged with a Class A misdemeanor. If you're under that, it'll be a Class B misdemeanor, which is charged just under that. But there's still jail time involved. There's not only jail, but the hefty fines, right? So you're going to get fines from the state. As far as your driver's license goes, you're going to get surcharges on that because of it, depending on what your results are. So it's going to cost you getting a lawyer, getting back your license because it's going to be suspended. So you have to pay surcharges to the state to get your driver's license back active, but not to include the court costs, right? So that's where it really gets expensive. I mean, I think the average cost for a DWI is about 15 to 20,000. So it can be, it's a case by case basis, but you can get the idea that it's going to cost you quite a bit.
Well, thank you guys for sharing that. I know as a high school student, we see people on the news that are our age getting in accidents, getting injured, and it's very unfortunate, but it's very important to talk about and to have people be aware of this. So thank you. And with that, we can move on to our final wing. This wing is called Lava. So we'll see how that goes.
Just by the name of it,
Yeah,
it's not sound good.
You
know where to bite it from.
Don't shake.
Yeah, to do commentary. It's fun.
This one takes a while to kick in.
I'm a little bit worried. I don't know if my taste buds are gone at this point. I don't feel anything. I think for me, the second one was
Now, how does
a kicker.
confusing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm feeling it like coming in. I don't know if it's just me then, because I'm doubling it on.
Yeah, I think the second one was the spiciest one too.
I agree. I agree.
The first one, I think, had a better taste though. It had that sweet flavor to it. That one was good.
Yeah, the first one, right?
Hot.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's it's good.
And to end this podcast on a lighter note, what is Mission PD's favorite part of your involvement with Toys for Tots?
Well, the Toy First Tots been around for years. One of my friends kind of runs it. So we do reach out to our community we have boxes at businesses, at schools and stuff like that.
I know for me, being able to put a helping hand, it goes a long way. It seems like it goes a long way to the family. I know they've reached out to us. Hey, you guys are putting on the toy drive, the turkey drive, anything like that. Each of those programs, each of those days helps them.
I think it shows a different side of law enforcement, right? Because a lot of people think that law enforcement, we're just there to either fine you, give you a ticket, or arrest you. But these events kind of show the other side, because we are humans at the end of the day, right? We're just like everybody else, and kind of shows a different aspect of law enforcement, which is a giving aspect and giving back to the community, or at least trying our best to give back to the community and just ultimately serve the people and the citizens of Mission, right? Which is our daily missions.
Well, thank you guys for being here and eating spicy wings with me from our sponsor, the Wing Stadium, here on Taylor and 495. Be sure to check them out when you have the chance, and maybe you can see if you can handle the wings better than we did. But for now, I think we're done here. So thank you guys. Bye, RCTV.